Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. Alright guys, we got a lot of exciting stuff going on. We're going to start off today's video on the 15-minute time frame. I'm going to talk about the hourly, and then we're going to go up the daily. Then we got some individual tickers to cover. Alright, so first thing I want to point out, guys, zone to zone, level to level. That is all you need to be doing in this market. All right, you got your trend lines, your levels, your zones, and that's really all you need. Throwing some divergences every now and then, and you know, you got picture perfect price action going on. All right, we started off the day earlier with a downtrend break. Ever since then, you were off to the races. You did end up getting a $3.50 move without any pullback. And with that pullback, you got the $4.40 move on the day. And now, as you can see, you were up another just about $2.50 in after hours. So I do want to point out, guys, all right, I think this was your dip. All right, I think it was the dip. But really, guys, level to level, you got to be watching things level to level, because why are you going to sit there getting extremely bearish when we have no bearish structure? All right, we really did not. All right, on the hourly time frame, I just want to point this out. You got a high, you have a low. We haven't put in another high yet. All right, and now that high that's about to form is going to be higher than the last one. And guys, I'll take the bet that you're not going to double top here and come like that. I'll take the bet that you are, well, I'm not going to do anything about it, but, you know, I'll bet you. All right, you're probably going to get a little squeeze action going on here, and you're going to be coming up to 494, 495 in the coming trading sessions. That is what, you know, I think is probably going to be the outcome of here. And this is why I was saying, guys, all right, you don't got a reason to be bearish until, you know, we start seeing something set up, which was going to be the lower high setup, which right here, guys, golden pocket. I just want to put something out there. Literally went like that. All right. Well, I already have it put on there, right? But you pretty much came down, all right, and you found sellers right here in the golden pocket, and now you come down here the 15-minute time frame, and you were just pretty much consolidating, trying to flip the zone in a bull pennant. And then guess what? You broke up and you went to the next zone, and then it looks like you flipped that. Now I'm just going to point out you broke above the 0.786. Yeah, I do think the next leg up is incoming. That is what I'm going to be calling for. Let's just flash back to the other day when, you know, people want to say your boy switches up. I'm just going to let you know. No, I'm going to call out what I see. And what was I seeing the other day? We had the Bollinger Bands. We were just riding them up. So we are saying, like, hey, we got no reason to be bearish. I do think upside is limited, but I do think we're going to keep going up. And then we're going to be getting that pullback to at least all-time highs. That's what I was looking for, all right? You know, I do think, pullback or not, we're going to be going higher. Got that pullback. We're now at the high. You can expect another short squeeze, all right? So anybody who took shorts off of, you know, this whole range up here, you're done. All right, you're going to be underwater tomorrow morning. You're probably going to be closing out those shorts, all right, if you are a professional trader. So just putting it out there. I'm bullish. All right, coming over here to QQQ. All right, let's just take a look at what we have, guys. We're going to actually come over here to the hourly time frame. All right, so you did end up putting in this inverse head and shoulders looking structure going on in the hourly time frame, as you had this 15-minute bullish divergence going on. Same thing on SPY, guys. Told us we were going to be getting that pop. You come over here to QQQ. The same exact thing. Told you were going to be getting a pop over here. All right. You had this, you know, you had this going on. You had this falling wedge. Maybe use that as your opportunity. There you go. All right. But you come over here to the hourly time frame. As you could see, you were just butting your head up here, but you can very clearly see what I'm pointing out here. This inverse head and shoulders looking structure going on right there. All right, you did break out of that, and now I did think you were going to be coming up here to test this golden pocket, which would be anywhere from 426 down to 424. Guess what? Since SPY already broke above that and now broke the high, I do think QQQ has a pretty, you know, 99% chance here of breaking this, and then you're going to come out here and take out this high of 429.85. We're going to have to see what happens. I don't know how this plays out. Got absolutely no idea, but I do want to bring us back to right over here. All right, guys, we did a whole lot of nothing for a very long time. We went absolutely nowhere for, you know, over a month. Are we about to be doing the same thing? It has to be on your mind. All right. And I'm going to keep doing my thing. And I'm just going to stick to these short-term trades, guys. I'll wait for these swing trade setups to really set up. But, you know, guys, I'm just going to say we haven't gotten the break I want on a bunch of these names. The only one I can really point to is BA. It looks primed for a swing. All right. You got Baba if you're willing to sit on your hands. All right. You got that going on. Let's take off these ugly looking Bollinger Bands. All right. But actually, wait, put back on the Bollinger Bands before I just take them off. I'm going to just show you what I'm thinking here. Guess what? Up here, you were just bumping your head up. All right. And we're actually going to completely clean this chart right now because it is no longer relevant. We are just going to be just chillaxing because, yeah, price is going to be up there. So we have a nice fresh chart. We're out of our range. I think we're about to have some trendy price action. Why do I think that? Because like what I just was saying, short squeeze. I think, you know, a lot of people are going to be doing that, and you're probably going to see these prices go higher. Over here, we're looking for, you know, still upside, but we're saying upside is limited. Why? Because you were just bobbing your head up and off of this thing, all right? And we were probably going to be doing something like we had going on over there, trading flat, or we're getting that pullback. Guess what? We got that. Now, all right, we can come all the way up here to 94 or 95, and by the time tomorrow hits, that'll probably be like 95 bucks. All right, guys, I don't really use the Bollinger Bands too much, only when I see them at extremes, and I got to start, you know, just watching it, guys. You know, when you see them, you know it's not a good time to just go sit there going long. It's just not. All right, that is, you know, there. Guess what? You got your pullback. I'm not saying long the thing, but, you know, there you go. QQQ. Over here on the hourly time frame, guys. All right. I'm just going to go over this one more time before I completely clean up the chart. You had the zone. You're bobbing your head up and down. You got over it. You're looking like you're probably going to take out 426. And if you can take out 426, the next resistance is going to be up here at 428. We're going to call it 429. All right. And then, yeah, above there, we're coming up the high. And I'm actually just going to clean this look up real quick. We're going to go like that. We're going to go like that. We're going to like this. All right, guys, so this is really what we're going to be paying attention to. We're going to take that off. We're going to take that off. Now that's not too relevant to me anymore. We're going to take that off, and we have a very nice, clean looking chart going on here. And guys, if you can push up to the highs, well, if I had to take a guess, all right, if you break these highs, if you could push up to these highs and break these highs, if I had to take a guess, I think you're probably going to be coming 435. You know, I'm not going to put that price target on the board, but I will just tell you that's going to be the upper bound of that channel. So that is something you could pay attention to. Going over here to IWM, guys, things really ain't looking too bad. They're not. All right. It's looking like yesterday was a false breakdown, but you do have declining volume on today's large lower wick candle. All right. Which you don't want to see. But it does look like that literally was just a false breakdown, and it might have just swept liquidity for the move that is about to come to the upside. I'm not sure. All right. But I'll tell you right now, you got a decent amount of consolidation here. The move is going to be explosive either direction. I don't care. All right. The DIA, how we looking? You're back up at the highs. There you go. All right, guys. Now we are going to be taking a look at the tickers we want to cover today. All right, we're first going to take a look at Apple, Amazon, and the Meta because they just had earnings. Apple took a giant dump. You were having buyers step in at the golden pocket. Guess what? They stopped stepping in because of earnings. You come over here to the 4-hour time frame, and we're just going to see a big fat red bar. All righty, how is Amazon looking? Amazon was up a fat 10% earlier. Now it is not. Now it is up 6.5%. Meta is up 14%. There you go. Meta was the big winner of the day, and I'm just going to say right now, guys, this is going to pull like an SMCI style move. Keep in mind, guys, SMCI, it's now almost gone not 800%, 80% from these. Where's your last entry point? Yeah, right here. All right, 90%. But from the highs, guys, it's now gone 66%. So, guys, eventually we're going to see this thing roll over. We got to not just like forget about it and get really scared like everybody else when this thing does roll over, because it's probably going to keep going higher after that. It doesn't have to, but guys, we get these all-time high retests, guys, we have to just pounce on them. All right, we have to pounce on them. What is this? SMCI. There you go. All right. I'm not saying it is going to be coming down like that because, you know, 'cause if you're just going to use the golden pocket here, you know, 0.786 ain't even, you know, underneath that all-time high. So, or the previous all-time high, I should say. But, yeah, guys, Apple, I'm just going to put it out there. All right. I think we are very close to a local low. I think you're going to see this open down up. Well, that was an odd there's an odd choice of words, Henry. All right. I think you're gonna open down there. You're gonna see this guy open down around 30 or underneath, and we have a situation like this on our hands, except all right. I think downside is limited over here. That I do. And let's just put this back on over here on the weekly chart. We're gonna come like that, go like that. Guess what? Where are we looking for buyers? We're going to be looking in the golden pocket. Of course, guys. Of course. Now, if you guys really want to see something really neat, we're going to put this in your mind. I love it. All right, guys. People can hate on the golden pocket. I don't think they want to hate on the golden pocket, though. The golden pocket will slap you silly. All right, there you go. All right, Amazon, I'm just putting it out there, went absolutely crazy. You're now above this high. I think you're going to be coming up to these highs. The all-time high, I think you're going to be pushing over the coming weeks. Just putting it out there. All right. Meta, you went insane. You've surpassed your all-time high. Now you're in NVIDIA territory where we don't know what's going to happen. A lot of people are going to try and short this thing. A lot of people are going to get squoze. Guys, do yourself a favor. Just don't short it. You might hate me because maybe you're going to look back and maybe it's thousands of percents you're missing out on. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's extremely likely not going to be the case. We've literally seen this case study before. NVIDIA, what happened? Anybody who took out shorts, maybe you got that, but the premiums reduced. You barely got paid, and then boom, they ripped your face off. All right. The SMCI, all right. Sick, nasty gap up. Off of, well, this was the pre-earnings gap up announcement, so I'm still tight that I didn't end up taking that, but it's looking back. Who freaking cares, guys? We're kind of nailing this market, and we see these things all the time. Guys, focus on the skill set. You're going to be able to replicate this for the rest of your freaking life, baby. All right? So don't short the beast over here on Meta. All right, first real thing I want to talk about, all right, first setup. Upstart, you printed a hammer slash pin bar candlestick off of the 0.786 fib. You got this on the weekly time frame. You are also getting buyers stepping into the golden pocket, but to clean up this chart, we're just going to take that off. You do have a break and retest still going on the weekly time frame. This is kind of picture perfect here. You want buyers to step up here. You want to get out of the golden pocket, and then you want to come up here and break this trend line, which is going to be all the way up at 36 bucks. All right, but if like I'm gonna be watching it for the, you know, short-term momentum on this breakout. All right, that's the move I'm really interested in, but I am also going to say right here, there's a setup to be played right here. All right. Use this candlestick as your risk. There you go. ZOM. All right. XOM. Guys, downtrend break. Guys, we also have a pennant slash falling wedge break. We're going to call it a pennant. This is not a falling wedge. Pennant breakout. Downtrend breakout. You're stalling out at the zone. Guess what? You're probably going to find buyers stepping up, and you're probably going to surpass this zone. That's if I had to take a guess, which I am, that's my guess. All right. You got earnings tomorrow. Are they before the bell or after? They are before the bell. So what am I going to say, guys? If you get a dip, I'm going to eat this dip. I'm bullish on the dip. If you don't get the dip and you gap up above here, I think it's also bullish, and I think you probably keep pushing up to 109. All right. Just thought I'd put it on your radar because it's literally back testing this right now. So, like, you know, as long as it's not terrible earnings, guys, I like the setup. I was bullish on the stock down here at the bottom. I was bullish after we started breaking up here. I was bullish on this breakout here. And yeah, I'm still bullish. All right. AMD. Now, this is one I personally took a shot at because, you know, guys, chip stocks, I kind of keep just slapping myself in the face after the fact. I don't physically slap myself in the face. You're going to hurt your frontal cortex, guys. Your cerebral cortex, whatever it's called. Your whatever. I'm not even going to talk about that stuff right now because, you know, I don't even remember a lot of that stuff. There was a point. But I'm just going to say right now, guys, that is what I want to do to myself. I want to slap myself in the face every time I freaking see one of these things break out and I don't just, you know, long the thing. Okay, so we got the back test. We're finally taking a shot at here at one of these all-time high breakouts. There you go. MU. Over here to the daily chart. What do I like, guys? You're literally right here. All right, right below is going to be your golden pocket. And if you really want to use, you know, how I look at these things, you could use here, or you could use down here. And you did hit the golden pocket, all right? Now, how I use my Fibonacci retracements, how I draw them is just from the low, you have your impulsive move, to the high. All right, so it would be that, or you could do that. It's up to you. I don't care. Regardless, you're at the bottom of this trend, this upsloping channel right here. So you're at this the bottom trend line of this upsloping channel. I'm sorry, guys. It is later in the day. This is why I like to record them early before I do my, you know, stuff throughout the day, because then, you know, fresh mind and boom. All right. Also, guys, speaking of fresh mind, all right, you're going to have a way fresher mind if you go to the gym in the morning. I guarantee it. Yeah, I'm going to stand behind that. I guarantee it. You're going to have a sharper mind and more energy throughout the day if you go to the gym in the morning. I will get behind that one, all right? That is a Henry guarantee. MU, guys, I like it, but I'm also going to say this is a long and a short. Guess what? If you come down, you break underneath 82 bucks. I'm going to lay out the short setup for you guys right here that I'm paying attention to, okay? This is exactly what I'm paying attention to. I want you guys to know about it. All right, because maybe you guys can take advantage if you see it. And if you're in the community, then it'll be on the focus list and we'll be playing it anyway. All right, come down. You break this 82 level right here. Maybe you find support off this low, but since we broke here, I think you're probably going to get 100% retracement. And then guess what? You could short that pop. Entry right here, the pop, not just shorting the drop. You can, because you're probably going to continuously see this, you know, move down if you can break this channel, but here is the ideal, you know, if you want to be patient and you really want to have your setup, guess what? Short the pop like I just spoke of, all right? Next one I'm going to be talking about is BA. We've been talking about BA a little over these past few days. Why? All right, because it's broken out, all right? We're bullish on it as of right here. You're not broke out. Look, guess what? We're bullish like somewhere, I don't know, it was either up here. No, it wasn't up here. I want to say it was like right here when I was really starting to bang the table over here on BA. It was right before earnings. Then guess what? All right. Earnings did end up coming in good. There you go. All right. They did end up coming in good. And guess what? The thing ended up breaking out through this hourly downtrend. Now you have a break and retest off of the double bottom you got going on here on the hourly time frame. That is something I like. You see that arrow? You see that arrow? You see that candle? You see that candle? We see two opposing wicks. That is what you want to see. What is the psychology behind that, guys? Guess what? Right here, you have sellers stepping in. You had buyers buy you up into that level. Sellers push you back down. You end up closing here. You open the candle here. Boom, boom, close right here. All right, what's the psychology here? You're open. Sellers pushed you down, trying to test their level again. And buyers were like, hell nah, get the heck out of my way. Let's get you back up. All right, so I'm just going to put it out there. If you can come up here and take out this high, all right, 213.77 is no longer the level you're paying attention to. It is now going to be 214.57. I am just saying, once this thing does get moving and grooving, I think we're going to have some trendy-ass price action that we can play. All right. Well, I mean, we could play this now anyway. Congrats if you've already played it. Guess what? I think we're going to get that. Well, not exactly that, but you could see what I'm saying. All right. We got a lot of conditions going on right now. They look just like what was going on over there. All right. And you also got the same break and retest showing here on the daily time frame. And you got a break and retest of this downtrend as well here on the daily time frame. So I like it, guys. I do like it. Next one we're talking about is Nike. I think I spoke about this one yesterday. I'm actually not sure. I may have posted this one on Twitter. I posted it somewhere. It's either the Discord, Twitter, or it was mentioned in one of these previous videos. Maybe on this breakout. Yeah, I definitely mentioned it on the breakout. Now you're getting the back test. All right. So I'm just going to put it out there falling wedge break and retest, not looking too shabby. And if you want to put a zone behind this and you want to pay attention to that, guys, you're kind of holding. All right, I'm not going to say you're holding well, but you know, it's not looking the worst over here. Yeah, that doesn't actually, listen, that's not a setup I would pay attention. This break and retest failed. All right, but falling wedge break and retest, I like that. And you do have the daily bullish divergence going on, and that does suggest we are going to be seeing some more, all right, upward prices, some further movement in the upward direction. I'm stumbling with these words, guys. I cannot articulate my mind today. Oh well. PayPal, I just want to put it up back on your radar because maybe a lot of people watch this breakout. They got pissed off because they got faked out on the breakout. And then guess what? Now it's backtested and they're not even watching it. Well, now is the time you really should be watching it. All right. PayPal, in the short term, you are getting buyers stepping up in your trend line. If you can't break above 64 beans, I think you're going to take out this high and I think you're going to have your next wave up. All right. If you also want a pretty picture to look at, you got a bit of a flag kind of thing going on here. You got a pennant. All right. Now, speaking of pennants, that brings us to our next one. S-Bucks. All right. S-Bucks. What do we have here, guys? We have an inverse head and shoulders formation. We have this pennant. We have a falling wedge breakout. We have so much. So here we go. Okay. I do believe we have a bullish divergence here on the daily RSI. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that is a bullish divergence. Guess what? Broke out of this falling wedge, so that was the first thing I started watching for. Guess what? We also then had this inverse head and shoulders neckline. Guess what? Then you had whatever the heck this thing is. You came up, you followed this arrow, you came up, you literally sold. Holy jeez, that is a big move. So much money was made on those the 1 day to expirations. That's insane, dude. Insane. They had to have been like 20,000% up. Probably not, but well, maybe, dude. That's an insane mover right there. If you gap above this resistance, you don't think it's gonna come back underneath it. Like you think it's gonna go. Then again, you did have this this supply zone. Now we know what we could be paying attention to right here. All right, we know where it sold off from. All right, but I like the setup on the long side. I'm just going to put it out there. Why do I now like it on the long side? Because you just had a lot of people get involved short here, and you still held everything you possibly needed to hold. No, you didn't get a confirmed daily breakout of this inverse head and shoulders formation. You did already get the breakout from the falling wedge. You did already get the back test off that falling wedge, and you're still holding this lower trend line over here that can be seen here on the 4-hour and daily time frame. On the 2-hour and 1 hour, you did not hold it. There was that. But you could see that large lower wick, which tells us, hey, shorts, they thought they were winning. Buyers brought you back up. So anybody here, if you didn't take your profits during this candlestick, I think you're probably about to lose some of them. All right. S-Bucks in a nutshell. I like the stock. TLT, honorable mention. We brought it up here when it broke out. Congrats if you made a crap ton of money. My freaking cons would have freaking went like, oh, they would have went insane, baby. They would have went insane if your boy held for today. What did we not do? We didn't hold for today. That's okay. That is okay. I will get better at holding runners. See, in this case, I did hold a runner, and then I sold the runner at TP3. And I thought I was a genius because, oh, that was high of day. No. Okay? Because then the next day that happens. And it's like, oh, that would have been, you know, an extra 100, 200 bucks. Regardless, guys, congrats if you played it, but I'm just going to say right now, if TLT breaks this 0.786 fib at 98, we're going to call it 99 beans. If you see a TLT surpass 99 beans, we're calling for a full-on reversal. We're calling for a breakout to the upside, and then we're going to be calling for 103 to be hit. All right? That's how I'm seeing this thing. What am I talking about, guys? You get a pullback here, all right? Whether you break this or not, this is what I'm seeing set up. All right, take off all the TPs. Take off these lower levels that we're playing, the breakout. All right, you got resistance here, but you're over it now. We don't need it. We don't need this one. We don't need this one. We don't need this one. Guys, keep it all clean. This is realistically what I'm watching for. All right, you're going to have this zone up here. You could find sellers in this zone. Guys, do not think you're going to have a straight up double top and go like that. This is extremely strong. All right. Buy the freaking pullback. I'm not telling you to buy the pullback. I'm just saying don't try and short the pullback. It's a buying opportunity. Let's be completely real. It's a buying opportunity. This thing looks amazing. All right. You get something like that. I'm looking for a handle to form right here. And all you're going to have is this. All right. You're literally just going to have this. And then you'll have. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, why is there a freaking mini guy? Look at that. All right. So you're literally just going to have a cup and handle going on there. Or scenario number 2, what we're looking at is you stall out here in the 0.786, which I don't know if that's going to be the case, but it could happen. All right. You stall out here, which you're going to fall underneath this low. And then we're watching this golden pocket. We're watching $96 and I'm buying that dip. All right. We're watching for something to go off of on the hourly and the 15-minute time frame once it gets down to 96. So we're going to put an alert down right here because I think there is a solid shot. We do get that pullback and then we get that. And then we get that opportunity. But the next opportunity that comes off of TLT is you get the breakout and you get to place something up here. All right. You look for some sort of setup up here. I wouldn't be longing right here into resistance. I would, I would be patient here. But again, this is why I say I would. I can't give you advice. All right. I just physically can't do it. Guess what? I could tell you what I would be doing. And that's what I would be doing because that's what I will be doing. And if you're in the community, that's what we'll be doing too. All right, guys. With that being said, I hope you guys been crushing this market. And I hope everybody has a lovely rest of their day. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.